welcome back to the garage. Got the Karcher T-Racer T5 adapter patio cleaner for the Karcher pressure washer. The one I bought, the K3, didn't have the pressure adapter on it for doing your driveway. It got the really harsh dirt cleaner for brickwork. That is amazing. I was really impressed with that. But I did get totally covered in muck and crud, so that's what we've gone for this. Now let's have a look in here. First thing we're going to see is on the top of this box lid, we've got some different jets. If you've got various different models, it goes right from the K2 all the way up to the K7, this one. So we've got a lance arm here, sort of extenders. Then we've got the, here it is. This is the good stuff. Okay, there we go. Size wise, it's smaller in the flesh than what I thought it was on the screen. I mean, that's about 12 inches across, I'd say. I'll measure it for you though, just to be sure. 28 centimeters, 11 inches across. The actual spinner there, it feels like it's on a nice bearing of some description. It's spinning really nice and clean. And then we've got these jet heads here. Now I wonder if this is going to be as good, as deep cleaning as the Dirt Blaster wand. I don't think it's going to be. That knob on the top there is a height adjustment, so all it's doing is if I turn it, you can see this going up and down. So you've just basically got close and further away. To be fair, I can't see me using anything other than the most powerful setting or the closest setting, and not for doing the driveways anyway. And like you say, you've got these extensions depending on how long you want to go with it. These are going to come in handy for the others. We could always extend the old lance as well if you wanted with these. That's quite nice. Push, twist, on it goes. Push and twist again, get it the right way around. Push, twist, and there it is. Let's see what jets we need for our pressure washer. K2 to K3, K3 to K5. So according to that, we need the green ones in there. What are the yellow ones for then? That's the question. The yellow one is for the K6, K7. And we just push the clips back and hopefully they'll pop out. There you go, that comes out nice and easy. And we'll go with the greens in there. Pop that in and pop the clip back on. These have got like an elongated hole on it, so they will only go one way back in here, and it locates like that. There we go, like that. Excellent. Now I have also got the industrial pressure washer as well, which we need to keep those tabs in case we do, because that will be on the yellows. But let's get these greens to go on the K3 and see what it pressure wash is like. Brush round the outside is just pressed onto the edge and held in place by the tabs. This is reasonably sturdy, that. We've got a bit of flex in all of this, but that's obviously joints, so well, we'll give it a go and see what happens. This came in at £68 off the internet. I'll put links in the description for you. Just give them a click, it always helps me out. So my first little mistake was on this. When you put it in, and I said these were a bit wibbly wobbly, you actually unscrew these at the sort of flanges here, and they lock in. Stiffens it all up, and you do each one of those. Really nice. Solid now. That's brilliant, isn't it? I really like that design. And then we do the one on the end when we've got the wand on it. Gotcha. And then do that one up. And there we have it. Right. There we go, we're all bled up. So the first thing I noticed with this, you can't rush it. You've got to go at a really slow, steady pace. It's nice and easy to move about. It's very light and nimble, and you can see the pattern there. They don't whiz round at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It goes round quite slow and steady. Look, it gives off a nice pattern, but the pressure just isn't the same as that dirt blaster nozzle. So I'm going to go over this bit that I hadn't done before, where the bins were, and there was a cable there that just left a few marks. And let's have a look. So the dirt blaster just whipped these weeds straight out from the patio. With that head on there, it just tickles them. Okay, it keeps the clean and the mess down, but it's just not ripping these out the ground. So it is cleaning the bricks nice, but it's not shifting the weeds, which is a really important thing for me. I needed to get those out of the way. And you can see in between all the nooks and crannies there, between the blocks, I've got these pesky weeds coming through. Although this is cleaning the dirt off the blocks, it's just not lifting them out. And I'm going really slowly with it, and it still just will not get those out. So I better get the dirt blaster out again. You see, as soon as you put this down, it just rips them straight out of the ground. Look, it's so much better. And I don't think it's much slower than actually using that head. Because it's getting the job done, it's getting in there and actually getting them out. That's the disappointment for me. That blooming power head adapter there, that dirt blaster, just knocks the socks off of this. Yeah, I kind of was hoping that it would have that technology in the end of this, and all it is just two jets spinning round. Cleaning the top surface quite nicely, but it ain't getting the weeds out from the gaps. And on a massive patio like this, it's just not up to the job, is it? Real disappointment, that. Let's carry on. So we're going to have to use a combination of the two. I'm going in with the power blaster, the dirt blaster, to get the weeds out from the lines of the patio between the cracks, and then I'm going over the top with the with this, trying to keep the dirt down, but obviously you're going to get some on the fence. And this gets it off quite nicely, look, although it's brought a bit of the paint off. You still have to move it quite far away to stop it damaging that paintwork. It'll take the paint off, but it won't get the weeds out. Typical. Well, let's go to the front garden. We've got plenty to do out here, and we're going to give it a really good going over. I'm going to give it plenty of time to make amends, to see if it'll do a really good job. And hopefully it won't spray dirt all over the front of the house, all over the garage doors, if I can use it for a majority of the time. And the only thing you can't count on is the weather. Look, it absolutely chucked it down. I was like a drowned rat. That much water came down. But I think it helped the cause, because it you know, it loosened stuff up as well before I got the jet on it. And again, a combination of the both, and we get the job done. Looks really nice. So in conclusion then, is it worth the money? Is it a good bit of kit? Oh, it's a tough one, this one. Would I pay the same amount of money for this again? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay 60 odd quid for it. It isn't up to the job. It doesn't get into the nooks and crannies of the block paving and clean it up. I'm going to keep it purely for the fact that now I've got in with the dirt blaster nozzle, and it, you know, you can clean the cracks and that. I can use this on a regular basis and just keep things nice, which I think it's going to be capable of that. It's going to be capable of generally keeping things nice. It's not capable of the first clean and getting in there and getting all that dirt, weeds and everything out of the nooks and crannies. So yeah, cleaning the garage doors and stuff, I suppose it might be okay if you did it on the softer option. You could see where I did it on the fence, it took the paint off the fence, and even if this was on the softest setting, I still had to move it away from the fence because it was too powerful for the paint, and it lifted that off. That's just one of those things. That's just the paint on the fence wasn't brilliant. I do really like these extensions and the way that they attach together, and you can use them on the lance and make the lance longer, which is great. You don't get covered in so much crap when you're doing it with the dirt blaster. Yeah, it's a shame that they didn't incorporate the dirt blaster technology into this head. I would rather have just had a single dirt blaster head inside this compartment blasting away at the floor. I think that would have been really, really good, rather than this spinner with the softer jets on it. I did try this on my industrial pressure washer with the biggest jets in it, and it wouldn't work. It wasn't letting enough water through it. The pressure washer was still cutting out. So if I was going to buy one for that, I really would have to go for the industrial version of this. It is a toy. It isn't really up to what I was hoping, but there you go. It's just one of those things. I've used it, like I say, for a good while. I did all of the front with it. I must have had, I don't know, I'd say 4 hours use with this. The bristles on the front are starting to go a little bit tired. They're just starting to go. So I don't know, again, how long this would last on these bristles. You'd probably do it 5 or 6 times and they would be really furry and tatter. And the spinner, just after that use that we've done for the 5 or 6 hours, it doesn't sound quite as nice. It's got a little bit of gratiness to it. So bits of grit and stuff are bound to get in there because of the conditions that it's under. So it's just not spinning quite as well as it did. Would that wear eventually? I think it would. It would wear and start to leak a little bit. So yeah, final conclusion. Would I buy it again? No. I'm going to keep this one just for purely going over the keeping things clean. I don't think it's worth the money. The dirt blaster nozzle on the gun is the way to go to clean your patio for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's been of use for you. If you've really gotten well with this, or if you've got any comments you'd like to let me know, drop them in the box below. I always love to hear from you. I love to hear your comments. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.